Alright, book 4 of the Aeneid, lines 642 to 652. So, last we left off, Dido sent away the nurse, and now everybody's gone and she's by herself. Alright, but Dido, and both those words are describing her. Excited and Ephera. Crazed. And not so much she's going crazy, but she's like out of her mind, maybe like overwhelmed with her Imanibus Queptes, her massive undertakings. Alright, whirlwinds, also describing Dido. Turning her someone is bloody, but we'll go bloodshot. She's been crying. And Infusa, also describing Dido, and we'll just look at everything comes back to Dido. And having Infusa having suffused her trementes venas, having suffused her trembling cheeks. And this is going to be long describing Morte. And pale. Whoa. With a future death. Alright, so this is the subject, Dido here. This is your verb. All the way down there. She breaks. And this would be short. Yours first. Alright, so she breaks into the inner thresholds. And you scan it that you will belong, of her home, of her palace. And can scend it. And she climbs. Okay, so this is going to be Dido. And raging and frantic, she climbs. And recluded and unsheaths the Trojan sword. Munis is, this is going to be in a positive. A gift not sought. And then that's long, it's fourth declension, and the host is going with it. And the in is working with him, not sought. into these uses, but for these uses or for these purposes. Here, postcrollum after she saw the familiar bed. This is Dido. Having delayed its deponent. Having delayed Palom a little. Alright, we'll put the et there, and having delayed a little. In her mind with tears. And she lied on the bed and said, Noissimo verbo. Her newest or her last words. Sweet relics. While the fates and God allowed accipitunc animum. Take this spirit. And exolte and free may and free myself his curis from these concerns. Alright, so Dido is on the verge of killing herself, and all these things are pointing to death. And it's, well, Virgil does a good job. He does a good job of helping you understand the mindset of Dido. You know, we've seen, you know, how she spiraled. We've seen her come back and forth and the struggle in her mind. And it's very, very human. You know, she's got the bloodshot eyes. She's crying. Her eyes are going all over the place. Her mind is frantic. You know, if you've ever been stressed or, you know, frantic, you know. You don't just focus on one thing. You're all over the place. And she is too, even though she has one goal. Like, there's so many things going on. And there's this constant struggle. And even when she gets to the top of the pyre, she sees those things that, you know, Aeneas gave her, and the bed, and that's notum. It's familiar to her. You know, it means something to her. You know, she hesitates. You know, and she cries. And he does a great job of putting you, or at least allowing you to understand some of her mindset. You know, she's at the point where she's going to end her life, and you know, it's not just a simple boom, done, it's over with. She's still struggling. There's still things that, you know, she's holding on to. There's still things that mean something to her, but she can't deal with it anymore. And you know, one of the things that's kind of tragic here in this last little bit is she's asking the gods for release, when the gods, at least in some aspect of it, are at fault for, you know, the situation she's in. And so, you know, it's a tragic section here. But it's also a beautiful, brilliant section in how Virgil's able to bring out her mentality right now.